This is one module in a 21-part series that the York Group has developed to provide guidance on key elements of a cloud business model, and I would encourage you to spend time going through the rest of the series. Yes, client support is always important, but even more so for subscription-based services. It is easier for clients to vote with their feet, dropping your solution if they are dissatisfied. You might remember this slide from an earlier module, the main reasons for churn. Lack of perceived value, being unhappy with the vendor, never really using the product, and financial difficulties. Good client support is really the only way to combat the first three reasons. Good customer support during the sales and deployment cycles will show the prospect the value of the solution. Good communication support during and after the sale will keep them happy. And ongoing customer support will help them find new and useful ways to benefit from the technology. Support for SaaS solutions can be quite different from what you have for on-premise. The basic objectives are the same: fix problems and increase customer satisfaction, but the client expectations and your delivery platforms can be very different. For one thing, as in so many other ways, you are penalized by the financial model. You will be collecting your revenues over time, but you absorb the customer acquisition and onboarding costs up front. The more you spend resolving problems during the onboarding, the longer it will take before you reach your break-even point from the monthly payments. Speed is essential with SaaS. Customers today expect issues to be resolved quickly. One of the business requirements driving SaaS adoption is mobility. If you are catering to this market, your support platforms need to be available on mobile devices as well. And one very significant change is that support moves from internal IT to you, the vendor. With an on-premise solution, the users within a company would call IT. Now they will be contacting you instead. This means that you will be dealing with less savvy users. All of those questions that the internal IT person would answer before will come back to you, and many of them will be questions about functionality. How do I print a document? How do I change a field from green to blue? As a result, you will want to provide support that is less technical and more user-friendly. In many ways, you will need to dumb down your support. As we have underlined repeatedly, the change in your cash flow model makes every expense you incur more visible, more painful. To the extent possible, you should try to eliminate the need for support before it even becomes an issue. I'll come back to this from a slightly different perspective later, but here are some initial thoughts. A lot of issues come up during the deployment, especially in the enterprise market. With on-premise software, you or your partner would be quite happy to send a team of people on-site and bill for the implementation. SaaS clients, even in the corporate market, are increasingly looking for quick, inexpensive deployments. We have seen across a wide range of technologies and verticals that the SaaS solutions that are doing well almost always offer a standardized remote deployment package with fees ranging from a few $100s to a few thousand. Developers need to understand how the new breed of clients think and use technology. Rotate your developers through a few shifts in customer support to answer questions. Chances are they will find ways to modify the product to help eliminate those issues. Usability labs can be a great way to test out your installation process during your product development. And if you can, you should consider building proactive notification into the technology, a system that automatically alerts users to known issues that can impact performance. It is all about communications and heading your clients off at the pass before they feel they need to pick up the phone and call you. Another tool that can really help you is analytics, and this is one of the major benefits you get from having a SaaS-based version of your technology. When you sell your on-premise solution to a customer, your knowledge of how the product is being used pretty much stops at the door. They may have purchased a 500 user license, but you have no way of really knowing how many people are using it, what features and functions are the most popular, or the problems that people run into that discourage them from using your solution. This all changes when you move to SaaS. If you have an analytics engine built in, you will be able to track which features and functions are being used. You might find that 80% of your customers are using a function that you thought was unimportant. How much are they consuming, and what are the consumption patterns? If the analytics engine is able to collect information on workflows, you can start to identify issues that impact productivity. And you'll be able to measure response times. In a client-server environment, customers are used to immediate response times. In the cloud, latency can be an issue, especially for real-time applications, and latency can be a real source of frustration. Tracking response times could trigger a decision to set up your application in a second data center so that you're closer to your clients. This would reduce a lot of the support calls for something you have no control over. And finally, the analytics engine could be integrated with your back-end support automation to make the customer case management and trouble ticket processing more efficient. Customer support programs can come in different shapes and sizes depending on the price and complexity of the solution. Let's take a look at some of the variables. One of the biggest variables is your availability, something that will usually be documented in your service level agreement, or SLA. In the SaaS world, there's an expectation that support will be 24/7, whether this is through an automated platform, live chat, or telephone. Support programs are often tiered, with bronze, silver, and gold programs. Pricing can be handled in different ways. Sometimes they are baked into the pricing model, so if subscriptions have pricing tiers, support packages will be included in the respective tiers. For others, case support packages are sold independently of the subscription. There's a base support package that is offered regardless of the price of the subscription, and advanced support packages are sold separately. Another variable is the level of automation that you use. High-volume, low-price subscriptions have to have automated self-service support programs, while complex solutions will require more hand-holding. You will need to find the balance that is right for you. And in the next section, I will go into more detail on the options that are available. The Your Group helps ISVs and services companies that want to expand their cloud business. Our website offers a wide range of resources that you can access at no cost. And if there's anything we can do to help you, feel free to give me a call or send me an email.